control centre are monitoring their cameras, and suddenly a car pulls over into the left-hand lane. And the cameras in the tunnel detect that there's something wrong. Cameras are so smart, they'll tell whether when a vehicle has stopped, whether a vehicle is going in the wrong direction, whether there's a person in the tunnel, whether there's an animal in the tunnel, even something bigger than an A4 piece of paper. It knows it's not meant to be there, so it'll alert the operator. So the operators immediately get this vision up on their big, giant computer screen saying, hey, there's something wrong, and they zoom in on this car. The guy gets out of the car, and they notice there's a few vapours coming from the back of the car. That's generally not good. So the driver walks around to the back of the car, looks at the car for a while, and suddenly there's some flames coming out of the back of the car. Because it turned out that his tyres were a little bit bald. In fact, they were so bald that they had shot shards of metal up into the fuel tank. And so those little things coming out the back of the car were now flames coming out of the fuel tank. So he sat there for a while, thought about it. And the tunnel control centre people had seen the flames, the heat detectors were going off, the smoke detectors were going off, so they knew there was a problem. Now if the tunnel operations people were out of the room or something, the tunnel could take care of itself. But in this case, they intervened. They called the fire brigade, they shut the lane that the car was stopped in, and they sent a message to all the other drivers in the tunnel over their radio. And that's why we ask you to keep your radio on in these tunnels, because they can rebroadcast a message over your radio system. So you might be listening to Barnsley 1 minute, and the next minute you'll get a message from the tunnel control centre telling you there's a problem in the northbound lane, in the left-hand lane, and to obey all directional signage. So anyway, so this guy's looking at his car, there's flames coming out of it. He could go to one of the emergency phones, which are every 60 metres in the tunnel, and call for help, and tell them what's happening. No, he didn't want to do that. He didn't go across the road to the emergency cabinets, which are located every 120 metres, to get out the fire extinguisher to try to put the car out. No. He decided to just stand there for a while, think about it, and then start kicking the car. Needless to say, that wasn't very effective, surprisingly. So he decided he had to think about it for a while. So he went and sat on the concrete barrier just to ponder about it. By this stage, the fire brigade was well and truly on the way, and the operators in the tunnel control centre had their hand over the button of water. They were about to dump a heap of water on it. But before that happened, they saw a car reversing down the tunnel. Luckily, his mate was passing by. So his mate reversed back down the tunnel, which upset the computer to no end that there was someone reversing in the tunnel. But anyway, so he reversed back down the tunnel. He stopped, he got out, he walked around the back with his mate. They both had a bit of a conflab. Yep, the thing's definitely on fire. We're going to get out of here. So they both jump into his car and bugger off out the tunnel. So the operators thought, oh well, he's gone. Hit the button, and the deluge system kicked in, which is designed to dump 10 millimetres of water per square metre per minute. So imagine the downpour we had this afternoon, double that. That's what's dropping on this car right now. So then the fire brigade arrived. Yeah, you're right. Because the deluge system is very good and it'll put out a lot of fires, but it's not perfect. So they always leave the deluge system on while the fire brigade arrive. They will come in the non-incident tunnel, so the tunnel is completely open, and they'll stop and access the tunnel through one of the cross passages. There's cross passages that are every 120 metres. They go to the fire cabinets, open the doors, pull out the fire extinguisher and the fire hose, and they'll go out and make sure the thing's extinguished. So they did that, and so they then turned off the deluge system, and by then we also had an incident response vehicle on site with a tow truck, and they can actually load a car onto a tow truck and have the lane reopened in about 4 minutes. So, did anyone hear about the story on the news? No. Because these guys are so well trained and there was so minimal disruption to all the other motorists that never actually made the news, which is good.